It is now official that Kenyans seeking services at the Department of Immigration and Citizen Services will part with more after Ministry of Interior effected new charges effective March 1st. In a memo seen by Citizen TV addressed regional coordinators, Kenyans will pay 1,500 more for ordinary passports, while it will cost you 1,000 shillings to replace a lost identification card.
The revised fees, charges and levies on services offered by the Department of Immigration and Citizen Services, published on November 14, 2023, have taken effect. In a memo sent to regional coordinators from the Interior Ministry dated February 29th, the government officers were directed to ensure compliance. In the revised charges, Kenyans applying for an identification card which was free will now pay 300 shillings. If you happen to lose your ID, then you will have to part with 1,000 shillings, up from 100 shillings. A birth or death certificate will now cost you 200 shillings, up from 50 shillings. For late birth or death registration, one will be required to pay 500 shillings from the current rate of 150 shillings. Woe unto you if you're planning to leave the country soon for foreign travel. Charges for new passports have been raised by 75%. For an ordinary passport with 34 pages, which was previously 4,500 shillings, a new applicant will have to pay 7,500 shillings to get the document. For the 50 pages, one will part with 9,500 shillings from 6,000 shillings, while those in need of passport booklets with 66 pages will pay 12,500 from 7,500 shillings. To replace a lost or mutilated passport, you will have to pay 20,000 shillings from 12,000 shillings and 10,000 shillings respectively. An express passport will cost you 30,000 shillings. In the revised charges, to regain your citizenship once you renounce will now cost you 10 times more, from 5,000 to 50,000 shillings. It will cost you the same amount for reunification and for getting citizenship for your spouse from East African community countries. For those visiting the country, a single entry visa will cost you $100 from the previous $50, while a multiple entry visa will now cost you $500 from $100. A transit visa will now cost $50 from $20. For those applying for permanent residence for Kenyan children born outside the country and in countries which do not allow dual citizenship, one will pay 750,000 shillings from the current 500,000 shillings, while spouses to Kenyan citizens will part with 150,000 shillings from 50,000 shillings.